So hi everyone, and so this is the second session we are doing for SQL. So in the last session we covered uh, the basics, like how what is the structure of an SQL table, and what are the basic statements, including select statement. We covered where clause, we covered and, not, or operators, and in operator. Now we will be discussing in detail about the other operators which are there in SQL, and what they do. How can you improve the efficiency of your query uh, by using these operators? And so let's begin. And before we begin, I want to thank every one of you for taking out time to do the exercises. And I want to tell you one thing, that if you religiously do all the exercises, as well as keep on uh, doing these exercises, I'll be also be sharing another page with you, which is from W3 school only, wherein you can check uh, how good you are at applying these clauses and queries. Uh, by doing that, I guess I've shared that with Farooq as well, because Farooq has shown interest, and he asked me whether he can have another exercises to do. So I shared that with Farooq bhai, but I'll be sharing with that with everyone else. So let's look at the operators. What other kinds of operators we have besides and, not, or, and, in. So different operators can be used in SQL queries, that is there. And here are the different types. So these, so to begin with, there are logical operators. So logical operators, we have mentioned all main logical operators here, that is and, not, or, and, in. And then there are other operators which are automatic operators and comparison operators. So here the comparison operators are here are the list of the comparison operators in SQL queries. So equal sign, as we all know what an equal sign is, greater than, less than, greater than, and equal to is written as in this way. So whenever you are writing greater than or equal to, so please give an emphasis on reading the statement that is greater than. So the greater than sign will come first, then followed by an equal to sign. Same goes with the less than and equal to sign. Less than and equal to, again, less than and equal to statement will begin with a less than sign followed by an equal to sign. And not equals can be written as a less than sign and a greater than sign followed by a greater than sign, or a exclamation mark followed by an equal to sign. So we can write it both ways. So here, so as see these greater than sign, less than sign, greater than or equal to, and less than, these signs can be of use to you when you're running filters on a numeric data. But not equals and equal sign can be run on a string data also. Let's demonstrate that thing here. So here we have today let's take another table instead of the customers table. Let's take a bigger table called the orders. So here, if I want all the orders which have an order ID greater than 10300. So what we'll do here, we'll use a where clause and order ID. Our order ID is greater than 10300. So all the results will be are from 10300. So if we want on like 10300 and onwards, so I'll just add a equal to symbol, so which will give me a one extra result. And again, as we said, we can use multiple conditions. So I want in the range 10300 300 and order ID should be less than and equal to 10400. So we can do that. So we got 101 order IDs. So this is how, and about the others, like for example, let's pick the other table called products. So in the product table, see, we can, as I said, that we can use the equals operator. We have already used the equal operator in the previous queries in the last session. So here, even we can do the not equal. For example, I want all products except this. So I'll just write product name. So I can write it this way, not equal to, or I can write it not equal in this way. So this is how we can use not equal and greater than less than symbol, as well as comparison sorry, not the symbols, the comparison operators. So these are the 6 comparison operators which we use very frequently in filtering the query results. And the other one are arithmetic operators, so which are plus symbol, minus symbol, asterisk. We have already used asterisk, as asterisk is a this is a multiplication operator also. This acts as a multiplication operator, as well as this acts as a wildcard as well when we are filtering the column values. And then there is a slash, and then this is a remainder operator, percentage sign. So these are again used when we want, for example, let's see here. So let's see another table. So here we have a table called so see here I have a table structure where I have a national category name and the flag values, different flag values, business flag, billable type, creation date of a category, and the concentration of paid and non-paid data across each tree. So here, if you want to have a look at the categories where the sum of paid and non-paid count of Mumbai city is at least 1. So an ideal way would be by using the arithmetic operator. Like, one second, let me show you. Just a second. Sagar, are you using 51 6.51?
Yes, Mohit.
Okay. So let me just copy my query. 1 second.
Okay. Yeah, take it.
Sorry. So let me close this one. So as see, so now I've got all the filtered categories here, where the sum of my Mumbai paid and Mumbai non-paid is at least 1. So if you can see here, so there are instances where we have zero data in paid and data in non-paid, and we'll come across instances where there are zero data in non-paid and there are some data in paid. So we use this uh, automatic operator here to make my query. So otherwise, what I would have what would be the other option here would have been, I had to create another column called. So for example, if I want the category names only, so I the other thing which would have been required was uh, creating another column with these values, and then filter the data with an having condition. So there's a having condition also, apart from where we'll explain what having is and why there's a need for having condition. So here, so same in the same way we got the data, but using a comparison, automatic operator here, we got the data is easier as compared to the other way around. So do anyone has any questions about the automatic operators or comparison operators?
No, Mohit.
Okay, and so as we guys will progress, if when you guys will progress in your querying journey, you will see like things will start to come start making sense, and so I would suggest, if you guys are a little bit like off track as of now, it will be the situation will change after some time. So when you start querying on a frequent basis, the situation will change. So after automatic operator here, Avi, so there is a is null and is not null. So null refers to the field in a column which has no value. So filtration of such values is easier using a null operator or not null operators. For example, here let me see. Let's open this table. See here, if you open the table, you guys can you guys see the creation date? It's null.
Yes, yes.
Across many cases. Okay, so if you want to filter the results which are having null, so if you do this, where creation date is not blank or is blank, so not blank works, but if you do is blank, then it will not give you the results. If it will not filter the null results. See, it has given you a blank table, but it has not given you the null values, the category with the null values. So to filter that, you will have to explicitly write is null. So see, it easily filtered how many categories are there. So there are 94,000 categories where creation date is null, and is not null will give you the other count of the categories where creation date is not null. So that is what it usually does. But when you're firing a real query, so it will help a lot, because you will come across many columns where you will have to look at the data where XYZ column may have we want a data where XYZ column is having not null values, and the same filtration may apply to the other columns also. So you can write it this way: one with all the columns is null and is not null. There's nothing more I can say about these two operators. These are very simple and straightforward operators. And but even though they are simple and straightforward, but they are very, very useful operators. Any questions about is null and is not null operators?
No.
No. Okay. So the like operator or the like condition. So whenever we are using a where clause, as we all currently know that we can use comparison operators, or automatic operators and other operators or logical operator. And apart from that, we can use is null, is not null, and the most powerful condition or a operator is like condition. And like condition is very, very useful when you are looking for a pattern data. So like operator is used when the search is based on a specific pattern in a column. Like operator is used along with a below mentioned wildcard. So to understand, let's assume we have a condition. For example, I want to filter the category names where the name of the category starting with a character ADH. So we'll check category name. We'll put a like operator here. And how does it come to play? We'll see here. So my category should begin with ADH, and I close it. I got all the category which is starting from ADH. All the results are beginning with ADH. But if I want ADH in any order, it's not necessary that the category keyword should begin with ADH, but it can begin in any order. But it should contain the word ADH in a successive, or you can say one after another. So A should follow, sorry, A should be followed by D, and D should be followed by H in that order. If we want to do that, so we can do this as well. So this will be C. So we had cement adhesive. So ADH was there, but the category keyword was not beginning with ADH. But the result we got are different. How this has happened? Because of the wildcard. So how this wildcard? What are these wildcards you can use? What are the uses of each wildcard? So there are other wildcards also, but mainly we use two wildcards. One is the percentage sign. So percentage sign, it represents n number of characters in a search. I have to like just write a percentage, and my instructions will be clear that I want data. So I want any number of characters to be ahead, or so as if I read my condition. So if I read this condition, I'm instructing an SQL that begin your string search with any number of characters. My EDH should be in between. Between, or it should either begin or it should end with a my category string to contain the ADH this string. Or if I want it to only begin with ADH, so I will not be using the wildcard here. I will be using the wildcard only here. If I want my search to end with ADH, so I will be using the wildcard in the beginning and not at the end. And if I want my search to contain this string, even at the beginning or in between or at the end, then I will be using wildcard at both the ends. So this is how we have to. So we'll see to that in detail in the next slide. And the other one is the underscore sign. So underscore sign can represent only single character in a search. So let's say I want a business type, for example, business type like B2, and then I use underscore. And when I do this, one second. Okay, unknown column. So it's not business type, sorry, it's business flag. So we got so here we got both B2C and B2B in the results, but we did not get B2C slash B2B, which is both. So why? Because this particular underscore, this wildcard can take place of only one character. So that is the difference. So if you want your category name or any search name, so for example, let's come here to our W3 portal, and so example, let's see. So so my city name, for example, where city, one second. One second. I am on my city name like and if I search this, I'll get the results from Berlin. But if I do this and if I try searching now, I will not get any results. But if I replace this with a other wild character, so I'll get the results. So I assure you, like you will use underscore in very like I have not used underscore yet in my searches, query searches. So you will use like percentage gets the job done perfectly. So here is how you can write a query using a like operator. So again, your select statement followed by the column names which you need. Then from table, which table you need the data from, where so column name like pattern. So like pattern. So how like these are the different patterns of wildcard. So wildcard patterns when using like operator. So if you have written your query like where column name like a percentage, so finds any value that starts with an A. Then if you write it this way, then it finds any value that ends with an A, because the wildcard is at the beginning, it's not at the end. And when you where column name like percentage or percentage, so it's find any values that has got or string at any position, even at the beginning, between, or at the end. Then where column name like underscore r percentage, so finds any value that is r in a second position. So and it's followed by a percentage, so it's just taking r in the second position and it's taking all the values. So you can mix and match these operators, and where column name like a underscore will give you finds any value that starts with a and has at least 2 characters in the length. So this is defined the character length for you, where column name like a and there are 2 underscores, so which means there are 3, it's at least 3 character length and long, and it starts with an a. The last one is it starts with an a and then percentage and ends with an o, so you can use this also. So for example, if I want my category name like ADH and then percentage and then dealers. So the result I'll get is the category will, sorry, my bad. This is so I got all the categories which are beginning with ADH and are ending with dealers. If I want the branded categories, then I will add a hyphen here and then again put a percentage sign. Then I'll get the branded category beginning with ADH, has got dealer word inside and has a branded category. So I put dealers followed by a hyphen sign and then percentage. So this is how you can mix and match operators and use them in your search. So any question about the like condition as well as the wildcard operators?
No, Mohit. Cleared, Mohit.
Here. Okay. So it's just a small having clause. So having clause works in the same fashion as where clause, but having clause works on the computed fields as well as aggregate functions. So what this means, I'll tell you. So for example, let's see. So 1 second. So what is a computed field? Computed field is something which is currently not there in the table, but is derived after doing some computations. So for example, if I want only the first word of this particular category name field. So here in the Excel, we do it using a find function. Here we will do it using a locate function, which is an equivalent of a find function. So for example, we will choose the left of a category name and then we will locate the first space, locate space in a category name, then -1 as first name. So let's choose the limited number of columns so that we don't have to traverse all the way to the right hand side. So see, I got the first name, okay. So where there were no spaces, I got first name as blank. So if I want where my first name is ABS, okay. So if I want to find where my first name is ABS, so what I will do, where first name equals ABS. So I've got an unknown column first name because my table M polyunique categories, it did not have any field called first name in it in the first place. So how will he give me results? So if so, as it's a computed field. So in most of the time, a computed field refers to basically when you are running a count or group by function. So that time, what you are doing is, for example, if let's say let's take Nelson's table for an example. So Nelson associates multiple images across one particular category, national category. So if he wants to know that a particular national category has got how many images, so you can do that using an aggregate function that is count, and by also by using a group by logic, which we'll learn about the group by logic later on in this session. So you will do that, and by that way you'll get a computed field, count field. So if you want to apply any filter to it, so you cannot do it. So where clause will not allow you to do it because that particular column is not there in the table. So to do or to access a computable field, a computed field, you have to use a having. So having will give me the results. So having is similar to where, but it works on the computed fields and the regular fields also. So it works on both fields. Okay. Any questions about having clause?
No, Mohit.
No, Mohit.
Okay. So order by and limit.
Mohit, wait 1 second.
Uh,
I think the meeting is going to end. So I have shared a new link in the group. You can join over there.
okay. Thank you.